I'm sure some City fans were, let's say a bit nervous, even though they won this game 2-0. Some City fans, let's say, were nervous because I'm pretty sure some City fans, when Sporting Lisbon scored, that to see what happened in the Benfica Real Madrid game, because if Real Madrid equalised, then Real Madrid would have equalised, and that means Real Madrid would have qualified for the last 16 automatically, and City would have been dropped down to the playoff places. So, but they qualified for the last 16 automatically, which is good for City because obviously it avoids 2 extra fixtures, and obviously avoids a more congested schedule for them, as they also have other competitions to play for. The fact that they kept a clean sheet, defensive problems they've had without Bagui, and Usman playing as striker, and quality players like Galatasaray have against like Gundogan and Sane, then City's defense they must have done really incredibly well. But yeah, very very good, very good, important win for City, and they qualify for the last 16 automatically. Very important, and congratulations to them. Club Brugge beat Marseille 3-0, and Club Brugge qualified for the playoffs. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they qualified for the playoffs. Whereas Marseille, even though they lost 3-0, they were an inch away from qualifying for the playoffs until some strange events happened, which I'm gonna talk about. But for Marseille to get knocked out of the Champions League automatically with the quality players they have is it's strange, because it's a bit like Napoli, which makes this new format of the Champions League phase more exciting. Make even teams who aren't doing well, they could do well in Champions League in this new format. Tottenham are rubbish, but they finished fourth. Teams like Marseille and Napoli, they're very good teams, but they're out automatically. So yeah, I find it strange because Marseille are a very good team, and I watched them against PSG 2-3 weeks ago, and they looked a fantastic team, a very very good team. Whereas you see them against Liverpool, and in this game against Club Brugge, I mean, it's chalk and cheese to compare their performance against PSG. So yeah, not a great one for De Zerbi, not a great one for Marseille, especially players like Mason Greenwood. So yeah, out of the Champions League. Union Saint-Gilloise beat Atalanta 1-0. Atalanta missed the opportunity to qualify for the last 16 automatically, but they qualified for the playoffs. Union Saint-Gilloise still out of the Champions League automatically. Bayern Munich beat PSV 2-1. Bayern finished second, I think, whereas PSV, they get knocked out, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they got knocked out, so yeah. Now let's move on to that game, because oh wow, oh what a game! Benfica against Real Madrid. This is why we love Champions League football. Moments like this, things like this, like absolutely incredible. That was a brilliant game to watch. Brilliant game to watch. And Benfica, like they deserve to win. Benfica deserved to win. They were absolutely all over Real Madrid. The amount of chances they were creating, and how they didn't win, how they didn't win this game, like something like 6-7-0. I have no idea, because Benfica should have won this game 6-7 or 0, because they were really that good. Benfica were absolutely phenomenal, fantastic. Their performance was incredible. And if you want to beat Real Madrid, you need to be perfect. You need to almost be perfect, as Jose Mourinho said it after the game. And Benfica, we all know, they were on the back foot. They were some things were going against them, and they needed to win this game. Not only win well, and rely on other results going their way to qualify for the playoffs. And somehow, some way, Jose Mourinho has done it again. I mean, incredible, absolutely incredible. Let's break down the game bit by bit, because in the first half, Real Madrid got the lead from Kylian Mbappe 1-0. Against the runner of play, Real Madrid were not that good. Benfica were the better team, and Real Madrid take their chances. But then 6 minutes later, Benfica come back. They score 1-1 from Schilderup. Excuse my pronunciation of the name. 1-1. and then you think like that's deserved. But Benfica get a penalty before half time, which was a penalty, 2-1 to Benfica. They scored 2-1, Benfica winning 2-1, and I think that's massively deserved. Benfica been absolutely better than Real Madrid. Second half, Benfica kept cooking Real Madrid. The third goal from Shail Deroub, again, who scored the third goal, who was also responsible for the first goal. 3-1. 4 minutes later, Real Madrid come back in, and Mbappe scores the goals. And Real Madrid, like I said, they were getting battered. If it wasn't for Courtois and Mbappe, they would have lost 8-0 in this game. 8-0, that's for sure. Benfica were really that good, and Real Madrid were really that poor. And then there comes the last 10 minutes, the crazy 10 minutes you're going to ever see. One of the craziest 10 minutes you're going to ever see. Asensio was sent off, right decision, in the 92nd minute. And then in the 97th minute, 5 minutes later, Rodrigo gets sent off. Real Madrid go to 9 men. And Benfica have a free kick. And Jose Mourinho points to Turbin, the goalkeeper of Benfica, to go. Because Benfica needed 1 goal. Because if you guys, before the goal, Benfica were level on points with Marseille and the same goal difference with Marseille. But Marseille would qualify because they scored more goals, I think. So if Benfica needed another goal to score, for the difference in goal difference to qualify for the playoffs. And wow, what a moment. The goalkeeper goes in, cross comes in, and a great header. What a header. I mean, unbelievable. You couldn't write a better script than that. Unbelievable. What a great header. What a great header. Unbelievable. Fantastic header. I mean, absolutely incredible. I mean, you couldn't write a better script. They needed 1 goal, that one moment to qualify for the playoffs. They needed it, and things were going against them. Even they did everything they can to win this game. They did everything they can to qualify for the playoffs. They needed a bit of luck, and they got it in the last couple of minutes. You have to say, yeah, Real Madrid were down to 9 men, but for the goalkeeper to come in the last minute to score the winning goal and the header. Oh, I mean, only Jose Mourinho side would qualify for the playoffs because of a goalkeeper scoring the winning goal. Only Jose Mourinho's side. I mean, unbelievable. And seeing the passion, the fans jumping up and down, Mourinho doing his old usual celebration, celebrating the ball boy, doing this, that. I mean, absolutely incredible. It was like watching the old days. Mourinho sprinting down the touchline in Old Trafford 2004. Absolutely, with a Portuguese side, and he did it again with a Portuguese side. So, unbelievable. What, you couldn't write a better script. And honestly, I don't support Benfica. And you know, guys, that I'm a huge, I like Mourinho. I think he's a box office. He's absolutely entertaining. And to see him smiling and happy and celebrating, and Benfica players, I mean, absolutely incredible. What a great moment. And Benfica qualified for the for the playoffs. Sorry, what a moment to do it. And for the goalkeeper, what a great header. Absolutely incredible. I mean, only Jose Mourinho would rely on the goalkeeper to score the winning goal to help him qualify for the playoffs and kick his former side out of the top 8. You couldn't write a better script. Incredible. But congratulations, because I mean, you have to say Benfica, they got the tactics spot on. The Mourinho and Benfica, their plan, their strategy for this game, they got it spot on. They were fantastic. They should have won this game by 7-8-0. They absolutely deserved it. They had like 11 shots on target. They deserved to win. They're the better side, and if it wasn't for Courtois, they'd have won by, I don't know, 8-0 or something. So they deserve to win. Congratulations, and congratulations to Mourinho as well for qualifying for the playoffs the way it happened. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure Mourinho never saw a story like this in the past, where he's obviously he's managed a lot in football. He's been there for 20, 25 years now. But I'm pretty sure he's never had a situation like this where a goalkeeper to go in and score, and he knew about it. He said in an interview that we told him to try to go and score, to go, to score because they needed to go to qualify for the playoffs, right? And but you're like, yeah, but what happens if Real Madrid equalize, comes back and equalize? What are you doing? But yeah, it was a great strategy for Mourinho, and he said at Mourinho that Turbid is a kind of guy that can do it because he nearly scored against Porto. I think that's what he said in an interview. So, wow, incredible, absolutely incredible. You couldn't write a better script. So well done to Benfica. For Real Madrid, I mean, what an absolute embarrassment. Like, to think after they beat Monaco 6-1 and they beat Villarreal 2-0, you think like, okay, the circus has left the town. No, the circus is back in town. The circus is still in the town for Real Madrid because what an appalling performance. And especially after the game, I saw some images of where the Real Madrid players were going to leave the pitch, and Courtois was shouting and angry and telling them don't leave and go clap to the fans. It's like those players don't accept responsibility. Those players don't respect responsibility. It doesn't have to take. Why does it have to take for Courtois to tell you, oh, go clap to the fans? Like honestly, Real Madrid without Mbappe and Courtois this season, oh my God, they're screwed. They're screwed more than ever, Real Madrid. Without Courtois and Mbappe, they're screwed more than ever because you watch this Real Madrid team. You're like, imagine if they play against Arsenal. Imagine if they play against Paris Saint-Germain. Imagine if they play against, I don't know, Bayern Munich. Like they'll get smoked. They'll get touched. They'll get punched in the nose. Like, absolutely, what an appalling performance. And to think that, like before the game, they were in third position. They were in third position in the league phase. They needed 1 point. 1 point. You can't even get a draw against. With all due respect to Benfica, Benfica a very good side, but with the quality players they have, you can't even get a draw to get the job done to qualify for the last 16 automatically. Like, what an absolute embarrassment. What an embarrassment. What an absolute embarrassment. Like again, for the people who say, oh, the problems are still there, and I said it after the Monaco game. They were very good against Monaco, but they need consistency. They need to show consistency. And this is one of the games, and this game shows why they still lack consistency, this Real Madrid side. They need to show consistency. If they are going to be able to win the Champions League this season, which they can because of their history and prestige, etc. But if they want to win the Champions League this season, they need to show consistency. And not only Mbappe delivering and Courtois delivering, also they need Vinicius delivering, they need Bellingham delivering, they need other players delivering. Because the success to win the Champions League, you don't need only 2 players. You need players all of them to do well in the best condition. But the only 2 players who are the best condition for Real Madrid are Mbappe and Courtois. That's it. Like, what an appalling performance. And Arbeloa, obviously in the press conference was speaking in a usual way, saying I take the responsibility, it's my fault, and you have to give him credit for that because he takes responsibility. He doesn't put the finger at anyone, but like it's absolute embarrassment. It's absolutely, yes, you can blame Arbeloa, you can blame Xabi Alonso, but when you're gonna blame, when the responsibility is gonna be about the players, because these players but hey, at least the Real Madrid are friends club now, huh? The friends club, everything is good. The vibes are very good. That's the most important thing. It's not about winning. It's about Vinicius being happy and not making him cry, huh? Like, what is this? And defensively, oh my God, Real Madrid were absolutely all over the place. Dean Hutchinson, I mean, that guy is shocking, honestly. Very poor. Arda Güler didn't have a good game. I mean, very appalling performance. Absolutely embarrassment from Real Madrid. And they deserve to lose. They deserve to lose, and they deserve to get punched in the nose like they did and be knocked out of the top 8. And now they're going to face Bordeaux or face Bodo Glimt or Benfica. But Bodo Glimt are not easy side as I mentioned. And also, Benfica are not an easy side as they shown, and Bodo Glimt are a very good side as I mentioned. So, yeah, Real Madrid, like this extra 2 fixtures, that was not needed for them. Not needed. That's it guys, thank you, wish you a nice day, see you next time, and goodbye.